You're listening to the Online Entrepreneur Experience with Jarrett Jenny and John Olson, aka Cheers.
Jarrett Jenny, John Olson, aka Cheers, baby. What's cracking today, man? I always start out with what's cracking.
Just trying to stay warm, dude. Minnesota, just like you, it's freaking cold here.
Yeah, -4 right now. Had to plug in the diesel, which is fine.
That thing's gonna be all gelled up, man. You could plug it in 10 times.
Yeah, definitely. Well, it's plugged in all night. It'll pop off. I put number 1 in it, so we're good.
You ever wonder why we live in this crap?
Well, I'm on my way out. Like I have a few nests or eggs in the nest, and I'm out of here, and then that's it. So heck yeah, I'm gonna head down, West Coast. I'm not gonna say where I'm going, but
I know where it is.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, no, so I was thinking today, and I was thinking about this as I was working on a YouTube video. Consistency, for one, is something that obviously, it's like beating a dead horse. Everyone knows you need consistency, but one thing that's going to help that a lot is doing something that you actually care about. If you're trying to be consistent, but you're doing it for all the wrong reasons, you're never going to find any success, So like people that are like, oh, I just want to be rich. And I hear that all the time. And I'm like, well, what do you really want to do with your life? Like, everyone wants to be rich. Tell me one person that says, no, I want to be poor. But they're like, I don't even care what it is. I just want to be rich. And it's like, it don't work like that.
No, never works like that. You need a reason and a burning desire to actually be that way. That's why so many people, they aim to be rich, but then they fail because they give up on their goals because they don't have an actual goal. They have wish?
Yeah.
Yeah, find the rainbow and see if you can find the fucking
bucket of gold at the other end.
Yeah. So, like myself, I write down everything why I want something.
Yeah.
And I do that every day. Why do I want it? Is this going to serve me? And how is it going to serve me? Does that make sense?
Yeah. And I think, I won't go into this whole spiel because we've talked about it before, but I've always said, like, everyone's broke at every income level. And what I mean by that is, like, people will get nicer stuff, but they just have bigger bills every month, right? And I don't want to get confused, like, you failed at getting rich with you have money, because there's a big difference between someone who's got, a 200 grand a year salary. I mean, that is damn good money. That's a way above middle class, but they're not wealthy necessarily. Like, they still have to go to that job. And I think that's like settling, it's like, okay, well, maybe you're not completely happy. And I know a lot of people like this. And you know what? If you want to work for somebody else and you're okay with that, and you like your job and you are able to finance a decent life, that's on you. That's fine. But I'm talking about the person that is miserable at their banking job, but they stay there because they make 100+ grand a year, but they wish they would have done something else. Those are the people that I hear, and they just say, well, I just want to be rich. Well, you don't have a purpose.
That's just it. You nailed it. I don't even have anything to freaking go on that. You nailed it right down to the you swung that hammer pretty hard on that one.
Well, drives me nuts, man.
Yeah, the purpose is what keeps you going. Like, say, you do have $100,000 career, but you have $98,000 in assets that you're just broke. You're broke as the, I don't want to throw rhymes with Donald's. But, but yeah, it's crazy how people will, like, we're consumers is what we are.
Oh yeah.
You have to learn to not be the consumer to, how much you make.
Yeah.
That's the problem. Like, even when I was in construction, I threw money around like it was going out of style. And I was broke. Like, when I started my online business, I sold a 70-inch TV to get in. Yeah. But I made 72 grand a year.
Yeah.
So, what's $300 or $400 to $72,000 a year?
Yeah.
And it's like, that's because I was consuming, you know, and I just kept spending my money in, well,
Yeah.
you know, stupid places. So that's what happens with, you know, that's why you have to train your mindset to be different. You know, you make $1 million, you don't go spend 990,000.
Well, and that's why you look at like pro sports, pro football players and stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of them go bankrupt, and that just blows my mind. But it's because they're living a millionaire's lifestyle when they've only made like maybe $1 million. It's like, well, of course you're going to go broke, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
And you get people don't live, you know, but they live beyond their means, you know, and you see it all the time. You don't have to be rich to do it. I know plenty of people who are middle class that live by their means, but I just think like I have a good buddy and he's a smart guy, but that was always the thing is I want to be rich. I want to be rich. Well, guess what? We've been out of school for 10 years, you know, and it's like he's bounced around different jobs and stuff, and he's still pissed because he ain't rich and he never likes his job. And I'm like, well, because you're going at it with the wrong goal. Like if you do something that you really, really like to do, the success is going to come later as long as you're consistent and work at it. You know, it might not be overnight, which is a whole nother rant. That's why people fail is because they get impatient. But if there's something that you really care about and you're passionate about, that's what's going to bring you the wealth someday, not the sole idea of, oh, I just want to be wealthy. It's like, no, because you're not going to have a drive.
Yeah. And that comes down to just do what you love and just keep going for anything. Like you can make money doing anything.
Oh yeah.
Like you can make money doing absolutely anything. One of the dumbest words that comes out of most people's mouths, you can't make any money doing that.
Yeah.
Or impossible.
Yeah.
So you know, when you change your mindset to actually like anything is sustainable.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you're like your uncle, he sold what, boas or whatever the hell they were.
Yeah, he did one time.
Yeah. And it's like anything is possible. It's because he believed in himself that he can make it sustainable.
Yeah.
Like I could go out and buy shoelaces and be like, all right, I'm gonna buy these for a penny and I'm gonna sell them for $10 because have you bought shoelaces before?
Yeah.
It's freaking expensive.
It is.
Especially bootlaces. I'd go through bootlaces like crazy.
Yeah.
It was like $6 for the top of the line, you know, and it's like it's crazy how people's mindset always goes to the poverty level.
Yeah.
Raise that to be I am abundant and I will make this work. You're gonna succeed in everything.
Yeah, and people are gonna see it. People are gonna see it in you, but it's only gonna happen if you're doing something that you actually care about. If you don't give a shit about what you're doing, of course you're gonna give up because you don't really like it.
Oh yeah.
And you don't really, and then that also adds to you don't have any goals for why you want to be rich. Like, oh, I'm rich, but if you don't have any interests, you don't have any passions, you're not going to be able to put that money back into what you're doing. So now you're sitting here miserable in a freaking mansion or, you know, whatever it would be, and you don't have any interests. And I think the beauty of online business is that we're in lifestyle marketing. That's our space, right? And you can literally make your brand and your advertising about anything that you want. Like mine, I do it with car stuff because I love cars. So you don't have to like, you know, people hear marketing and sales and they're like, bleh. Well, it's like, it's not about that. Like I can use my hobbies and my passions, the things that I love to do online business. And that's what makes it awesome.
Yeah. And it's mint. It's what we call the avatar. Most people don't know what that is, but other than the movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can literally do anything you want. You like, I don't care if you like board shorts.
Yeah.
Like, you know, those things sell for freaking, I don't know, my last pair I bought, I think were $110.
Oh yeah.
So, you know, and they were huge because I was, But anyway.
But seriously, like if you would have told me when I started like being interested in online business, if you're like, here's what you're gonna do, this is the product, market this product and you're going to answer phone calls all day, I would have been like, no. You know, I worked at a car dealership for how many years, and there is no way you could ever get me to sell cars because it's like a direct sales job. I can't do that. This is lifestyle marketing. So you're literally marketing the things that you're passionate about. And if you want any information about that, talk to one of us because we know we're doing it. So we know what you should know.
Absolutely, man. I think this was a good one.
Yeah, you got it.
Absolutely. This is SWR with Jarrett, Jenny, John Olson. Thanks for tuning in. Cheers, baby.
We'll see you we'll probably see you Friday.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we'll launch.
All right, man. Have a good night.
Yeah, you too. Cheers.
Thanks for tuning into the Online Entrepreneur Experience. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any episodes that we're releasing and any of these amazing pieces of value that we're giving out. And if you could take the time out of your day and leave us a review, we would be so grateful. We look forward to seeing you on that next episode.